Let's be honest. The biggest debate in UK property investing right now is simple. Should you invest up north, where the yields are high but growth can be slower? Or should you stay down south, where prices are sky high but capital appreciation can be massive over time? If you've ever wondered where your next deal should be, this video is for you. Because today, I'll break down North versus South UK property. The numbers, the opportunities, the risks, and the strategies that actually work in 2025. Stay tuned, because at the end, I'll share my personal pick. The region that's winning right now for property sourcers and investors alike. Welcome to Raheel Estate, where we talk all things UK property sourcing, investing, and building long-term wealth the smart way. If you're new here, hit subscribe. And if you're already a part of this growing community, thank you for supporting the channel. All right, let's dive into one of the most important property decisions every investor faces. So why do investors always compare the North and the South? Because the UK property market is hugely divided. The South, especially London and surrounding areas, has seen decades of capital growth. Prices there have skyrocketed, but so have the barriers to entry. Meanwhile, the North, cities like Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool, and Sheffield, offer much cheaper properties with higher rental yields. So it comes down to this. Do you want monthly cash flow and better yields? That's the North. Or do you want long-term capital appreciation and stronger equity growth? That's the South. Both have strengths, both have risks. Let's break it down properly. Let's start with the South. The South of England includes areas like London, Surrey, Kent, Oxford, Cambridge, and parts of the Southeast and Southwest. These are the regions most people dream of owning property in, but they come at a price. Average property price in London today, around £550,000 to £600,000. Compare that to the national average, roughly £290,000, and you can see the gap. So why do investors still buy here? Because of stability and demand. London and the South are global magnets. International investors, professionals, and students constantly drive demand. That means properties are rarely empty, even during economic slowdowns. But here's the trade-off. Rental yields are low, around 3% to 4% in most areas. Upfront costs are high. Deposit, stamp duty, and renovation costs all add up. Returns take time. It's a long-term play, not a quick cash flow game. For example, a one-bed flat in Croydon might cost £300,000 and rent for £1,400 per month. That's a 5.6% gross yield. But after mortgage and costs, the net yield drops to around 2.5 to 3%. Still, capital growth could push the property's value up £40,000 to £60,000 in a few years if the market performs well. So if you have strong financial backing and patience, the South rewards long-term investors. In London, areas like Woolwich, Tottenham, and Barking are still seeing regeneration-led growth. The Crossrail, Elizabeth Line, boosted values across East London and outer boroughs. Meanwhile, Cambridge and Oxford have become science and tech hubs. Properties there rarely lose value. Demand from academics and tech professionals is constant. But the key issue for sourcers? Entry cost. Most beginner investors can't afford to buy multiple properties in the South. So unless you're working with wealthy investors or doing joint ventures, sourcing here is tough because the numbers don't excite smaller investors. Now let's head north, where things get interesting. Cities like Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds, Sheffield, Nottingham, and Newcastle are booming. Why? Because investors are chasing cash flow and affordability. Average property prices in the North are often under £200,000, sometimes even below £150,000. That means you can buy 2 or 3 properties in the North for the price of one in London. Yields are typically 7 to 10%, depending on the area and strategy. Example, a terraced house in Liverpool for £120,000 might rent for £950 per month. That's nearly 9.5% gross yield. In Sheffield or Nottingham, HMOs often return 10 to 12% gross if managed properly. And regeneration projects like Salford Quays, Manchester, Leeds South Bank, and Liverpool Waters are driving both jobs and future capital growth. So you're not just getting cash flow, you're getting growth potential too. Let's compare 2 deals side by side. Deal 1, London, Croydon, purchase price £300,000, rent £1,400 per month, yield 5.6% gross, approximately 3% net, potential capital growth £60,000 in 5 years. Deal 2, Manchester Salford, purchase price £180,000, rent £1,150 per month, yield 7.6% gross / approximately 5% net star, potential capital growth £40,000 in 5 years. Now both have pros and cons. London wins in long-term value stability stability, but Manchester delivers better monthly returns and faster portfolio growth. If your goal is cash flow and scaling, the North wins. If your goal is prestige and wealth preservation, the South wins. Here's a third option many investors overlook: the Midlands. Cities like Birmingham, Derby, Leicester, and Nottingham sit perfectly between the North and South, both geographically and financially. They combine reasonable prices with solid rental demand. For example, Birmingham properties average around £230,000 to £250,000, with 6 to 7% yields possible. And regeneration projects like Paradise Birmingham and HS2 connectivity make the Midlands a perfect hybrid region. Many professional sourcers I know are now focusing here because you get the best of both worlds: good returns, strong growth, and accessible prices. Let's talk strategy, because where you invest depends on your investor profile. Here's how I'd break it down. Northern strategy, ideal for investors who want immediate cash flow and lower entry costs. Works great for HMOS, BRR deals, flips, and rent-to-rent. Southern strategy, ideal for investors who want long-term equity growth and strong capital stability. Best suited for buy and hold, development projects, and luxury rentals. Midland strategy, great for balanced portfolios, a mix of cash flow and growth. Ideal for investors who want to play it safe but still earn decent returns. So where should you invest? North or South? The real answer: both, strategically. Start in the North to build your cash flow and experience. Then as your portfolio grows, diversify into the South for capital appreciation. That's how smart investors build wealth in the UK property market. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button. It helps more people discover the channel. And if you want weekly insights on UK sourcing, compliance, and market trends, make sure you subscribe to Raheel Estate. Comment below. Are you Team North or Team South? Let's see where the smarter investors are heading this year. I'm Raheel, and I'll see you in the next video.